好，我是 Jessica. Let's first review last lesson together. As we already know, Chinese is different because we have two systems, 拼音 and 汉字. 拼音 has initials, finals, and tones. We put them all together to become a syllable. For example, 句、诀、词、直、桌、坐、几、下. One syllable represents the pronunciation of one character. We put characters together to build words. For example, 拒绝、辞职、迟到、自己、桌子、谢谢、坐下. Words are combined together into a sentence, and then we can express ourselves. That's the brief overview of the Chinese language. Now, let's start our new lesson. But before we start, let me ask you 3 questions. Do you know how Chinese people talk to each other when they meet for the first time? What do they normally talk about? Is it the same as in your culture? So, this lesson we will learn just that. How to start a conversation when you meet Chinese people for the first time. Are you ready? First, let's take a look at the new words we will learn in this lesson. 我叫什么名字？是老师吗？学生？人？中国？美国？不。我叫 Jessica， 你叫什么名字？你叫什么名字 literally means you are called what name. For some people, this might sound a bit weird, since in English, we put these words in a different order and say, what name are you called? This actually is the beauty of Chinese. We organize the sentence using a certain logic, and we at Silk Mandarin find this logic is so important and so helpful when you are learning Chinese that we build our own method around it. We call it slow motion technique. I will later explain this name to you. What is this logic then? Imagine we are back thousands of years ago. We don't have a cell phone, we don't have computer or a TV. We are mainly occupied with looking for food every day. We were in an agriculture society. And you know, for farming people, everything depends on time. The time of the year, when we have to sow, when can we harvest? The time of the day, when we get up, when we eat and sleep. We start working when the sun rises in the early morning. We take a break and eat when the sun rises to its highest point, indeed, the middle of the day. We go home and sleep when the sun goes down behind the mountains. So you can easily see life back then was centered around time. That, of course, has influenced our language. So, when Chinese people talk, first of all, we make clear what we are talking about, what is the topic, and all the rest is just according to the timeline. What happens first, we say it first. So, can you now understand why we call it slow motion technique? Just imagine the scenes unrolling before your eyes, scene by scene, like a movie in slow motion. You will notice time and again that the word order of Chinese precisely reflects the time order of the actions happening in your slow motion movie. What happens first, we say it first. So, now you can try to use this logic to put these words in a right order. First of all, we make it clear it's you who we are talking about. Then we undertake the action to call, and after that, we can hear the name. So, the sentence is 你叫什么名字? Do you get it? So, what about these? For these words, we have two options depending on who we are talking about. 你叫我什么? What do you call me? 我叫你什么? What do I call you? Do you get it right? 我叫 Jessica. 我是老师. 是 here, the function is to define the topic. I am a teacher. 我是老师. 你是老师吗? Ma is a question particle for yes or no question, normally used at the end of a sentence. You can say this is the question mark that we use in English at the end of a sentence. Easy, right? 你是老师吗? Literally means, are you a teacher? 你是老师吗? 你不是老师，你是学生。不是 means to be not. 你不是老师 literally means you are not a teacher. 我是老师，我不是学生。我是中国人。你是中国人吗? That is all the new content for today. Let's review it one more time. 你好，我叫 Jessica. 你叫什么名字？我是老师。你是老师吗？我不是学生。你是学生吗？我是中国人。你是中国人吗？Now you know how to start a conversation when you meet Chinese people for the first time, and you can introduce yourself like following. We have learned the following structures. We will put both in the comments. Please review them by yourself. If you have any question, please leave us a message. We will be more than happy to help you. Next lesson, we will learn how to ask for some basic information and introduce your friend in Chinese. This is Jessica. See you next time. Bye!